Hi fellow DIYers! Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. In this video, I'm gonna show you step by step how to make a faux leather key wristlet or key fob. I made this using faux leather and glitter HTV or heat transfer vinyl. I will do two sizes of wristlets in this video. I used the Dollar Tree faux leather roll for the longer one, and I got the shorter one with mermaid prints from Amazon. I put the link of where I got my materials in my description box. I'm also going to show you how I put the lettering or the DIY by Cess on the leather. So let's get started! Open your Design Space app, click Shapes, click Square, unlock this icon, then change the size to 1:11. And since I'm going to make two wristlets, I'm just going to click Duplicate. Again, I'm going to unlock this icon and change the size or the height to 8 inches and then click Make It. And then here, since I'm going to use two different faux leathers, I'm going to move the shorter one to grid number 4, and that's how I will place my two faux leathers on this mat. Click Continue. Since we're going to apply the glitter onto the backing of the faux leather sheet and make them as one, we need a setting that can cut thick materials to cut these two materials together. So I used the light chipboard setting on my Explore Air 2. And it's reminding us to move star wheels all the way to the right. That is for the star wheels to avoid leaving marks on our materials. So I got this faux leather roll from Dollar Tree. It's a good size, but I noticed it's really thin. And this mermaid printed sheet, I got this from Amazon. And it's a bit thicker than the faux leather from Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut each leather a little bigger than my sizes, which are 1:11 inches and 1:8 inches. I'm going to be using my Cricut rotary cutter, which I love, and I definitely recommend it for easier cutting. I'm also using an Arteza healing mat to protect my table. Now I'm going to cut my glitter HTV smaller than my leather, but bigger than 1:11 inches and 1:8 inches. To know what setting to use when using Easy Press, go to Cricut Heat Guide. I put the link in my description box. I'm going to use an Easy Press 2, so I'm going to click that. I'm going to look for glitter iron-on for the heat transfer material, then click that. And for base material, I'm going to use faux leather. And since I'm going to use a Cricut Easy Press mat, I'm going to click that and click Apply. Now it's showing me I need to set my Easy Press to 130 degrees Celsius and press it against my material for 20 seconds with light pressure. Just like what the Cricut Heat Guide recommends, I'm going to change the setting to 130 degrees Celsius. Now the light turned green, which means it has reached the desired temperature. Now I'm going to change the time to 20 seconds because that's what Cricut Heat Guide recommends. Now I'm going to put the glitter HTV on top of the backing of the faux leather, and you want to make sure that the shiny part of the HTV is facing you. I'm going to put parchment paper on top just to protect the leather and the vinyl. You can also use Teflon sheet. Now with light pressure, I'm pressing it against my material. Now since my heat press is smaller than my leather, I'm only able to cover some part of it. I have to do another round to the other part that wasn't covered. Now it's cool to touch. I can now remove the liner. Now I'll just follow the same process for the other leather. This step is not necessary. You can skip this one. I'm just cutting the excess leather. I'm using a green mat or the standard grip mat because I don't have the purple one. It's recommended to use the purple mat or the strong grip mat when cutting a faux leather. Also, if you notice, I'm lining my second leather to grid number 4 because that's how I set up the material to be cut in my Design Space app. Use a brayer if you have one. I love mine because it helps my material to lay flat quicker and easier. So I'm going to put tapes on each corner because I will need extra grip since I'm only using a green mat. You want to make sure that you move all the 4 star wheels all the way to the right, and when cut is complete, return to its position. I want to make sure that it's cut all the way, so I haven't pressed the unload button. I will do a second pass of cutting, so I'm going to press the save button, and it will cut again to the exact place where it cut the first time. I'm just shaking them to compare the 2 leathers, and as we can see, the Dollar Tree faux leather on the left is thin even with the glitter HTV. Now I'm going to show you how to put writing on faux leather. Open your Design Space app, click Text, type in the writing that you want on your faux leather wristlet, and I'm going to choose Adelia for my font. I got this from thefont.com. I put the link in my description box. Now I'm going to resize the writing to 4 inches by 0.75. Then click Make It. Then here we have to mirror it because we're going to be using HTV. Then click Continue. And since I'm going to be using a foil iron-on and I don't have it on my favorites, I'm going to click Browse All Materials. Just type in foil and you can see foil iron-on there, and just click that. So this is what I'm going to be using. Now I'm going to use the Cricut heat guide again to know which setting I need to use for my mini press. I'm going to use foil iron-on, and for the base material, I'm going to use faux leather. It's telling me to use low heat for 30 seconds with light pressure and constant movement. So I'm just going to press once because we only need low setting. And according to heat guide, we have to move it around for about 30 seconds. And we have to slowly remove the liner when it's cool to touch. I placed the key fob hardware right inside of the pliers, and I made sure that it's centered inside the pliers. Then I'll grab my faux leather, fold it in half, making sure that it's lined up, and I'll set it inside of the pliers, then I'll press the pliers down. I bought this key fob hardware off of Amazon. I put the link in my description box. And there you have it! If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. All feedback is welcome and any feedback is good feedback. Please subscribe to my channel and check out my other tutorials. See you in the next episode of DIY by Sass. Thanks for watching!